Hello everyone, it is Jaden and welcome back to another video. And for this week's video, I thought that it would be really fun as I brought y'all along with me as I made some journal kits. These are something that I've been wanting to make for a while and I'm finally getting around to doing it, so let's go. Alright, so to get started, I pulled out 4 different sheets of scrapbooking paper and I made sure to get some scrapbooking paper that is a little bit on the thicker side. I then just folded one of the sheets in half, making sure it was all lined up as nice as I could get it. And then I did end up using, I want to say it's called like a bone folder. I believe that's what it's called. I'll correct myself in editing. But it just kind of helped me get that crease nice and just straightened out and all that kind of stuff. Then opened the scrapbooking page and like kind of turned it around, and then again did the same thing. Now with one of the big like 12 by 12 sheets of scrapbooking paper, you can get 2 journals out of it, and then just use my little trimmer to cut it down, just because I knew that way I'd be able to get a straight line. And I then ended up like cutting a little bit around, maybe like an inch and a half off, just so I could give them a bit more of like that standard like journal size as opposed to a like square. But I think the square would also be really cool. But once I just finished those 2, I went ahead and did the rest of them. I don't know how well I explained like the folding part, but it's not like too hard. I think you can kind of just tell what I was doing, where you like fold it in half on one side and then fold it half the other side, and then just keep trimming it down, or like trimmed it in half and then I just trimmed it down. But like I said, that's not something you really had to do. I just thought it would look a bit nicer. But anyways, here they all are finished. So that is for the covers of the little journals. Next up is doing the inside pages. Now I just did some regular old copier paper or printer paper, whatever you want to call it, and I just folded in half. I ended up in each book doing 6 sheets of paper because I have made like a thicker journal myself, and it just gets a bit difficult to stitch it together. But after folding the sheet in half, I just kind of made sure and lined it up with the journal cover, and then I just ended up cutting around the journal cover just to make sure that the pages were the right size to fit inside the cover. Now, you can do pages a little bit larger, however there would of course be the issue of them like sticking out, but you could also do them smaller if you want like other little special pages. You could also use any kind of paper, but I just used plain just printer paper because like I said, it was just something plain and that's what I wanted to use. But I went ahead and did all of the insides for all of the journals, and then used a binder clip to hold the cover and all of the sheets in place while I got to stitching the binders together, or the journals together, because of course that'd be so much easier. You can use embroidery floss, but I used this like waxy cord. And I used that because in my 3D design class, we made our own journals, and that's what we used, and it held up really well. But anyways, I measured the length of my cord about like the length of like 3 of these journals, if you will. I then just threaded the cord through a thicker sewing needle and then tied the end of it, which you can see I struggled with a little bit. But like I said, embroidery floss, totally fine. I then started in the middle of the journal and just poked a hole through it and then pulled it through. You can kind of see me struggling a little bit with pulling it through, to the point where I actually had to break out a pair of pliers just to help me pull the needle through all of the paper, because I am just a weak girl. I'm not a very strong person. But I just went about sewing the journal together. I went from like one corner, went back in, and then like went through the middle, did the other corner, and then I just continued so that there would be like 2 like strings on the outside. I'm not 100% sure how well I described it, but I will link the video that I used down below that really helped me with like the stitching and stuff like that. I didn't do it exactly like this specific creator, sorry, but because I think I like totally messed that up, but they helped me a lot when it came to figuring out how to create the journals and stuff like that. And I'm not saying their name in this particular voiceover because I cannot remember at the moment, but like I said, I'll make sure to have it down below and somewhere on the screen. But I just went about stitching the journals together. I'm really excited that I finally was able to work on this project because, as you all have seen, I've done quite a couple of videos about journaling here on YouTube, and I've done several on TikTok, but I have fallen in love with journaling this year. It is so much fun, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to make little baby like journaling kits for somebody who just wants to try it out and doesn't want to commit to maybe like a bigger journal, and these are just something very cute and small. But anyways, I used some white cord on these 4, and then I used a pretty coral cord on the other 4 because they matched the covers really well. I then went about making the sticker sheets that would go on the kits. Also, yes, I have moved from my dining room table to my bedroom because at the time I was doing the sticker sheets, it was pretty late and I wanted to be in my comfy bed. But I was doing 4 different types of journals. There was just a basic journal, a coffee themed one, a like sweet treat or bakery themed one, and then like a reading journal. So the sticker sheet you are seeing me work on now is the reading one. So I basically just took a picture of my sketches and then on my iPad, I then uploaded that onto Procreate and basically used my sketches as like a little guide for doing the outlines before going back in. When I color, or at least when I colored these particular drawings, I did an outline first and then I did like a plain base color. I then went back in and did shading and then like highlights and then any other little details. That's just how I draw digitally. I don't know if that's the correct way you should do it or whatever, but drawing digitally is honestly, it's not my forte. I'm not the best at it. I can do like cute little simple things, but anything a bit more like complicated or like realistic, I struggle with it really hard. That's also like one of the reasons why I like to take pictures of like my like sketches that I've done traditionally and upload them onto like Procreate and stuff, because I feel I struggle so much with like doing like sketches in Procreate. It's really weird. But anyways, here is the finished bookworm or reading sticker sheet. Here is the coffee one. Love the background of this one. I think this one came out super duper cute. And I went ahead and did the sweet treat one, which here is right here, or bakery beauties as I called the sticker sheet. And then finally the last one I ended up doing was the deco sticker sheet, and I really love that one. After doing that, I went ahead and made like little stickers that would go on the bags that the sticker sheets are going in. Basically, I just labeled each one as like readings, journal kit, or coffee journal kit. That's basically what I did, and I did each one like a specific color that kind of like matched the theme or like the covers of each journal. So I did a pink for the sweet treat one, brown for coffee, and then a different shade of like corally like red or a corally orange for the reading, and then the basic one. But I just went about and did all of that. I just typed it up I typed up the names on Procreate and then just chose a cute little font for each one because I did not want to write them out myself, as I have really ugly handwriting, honestly. And since these are like free fonts anyways, I can just use it on something and like sell it. And if you're wondering where I get my fonts from, I use defont.com. You can find like some of the cutest fonts, and you can find also ones that are like 100% free. You can use them for like commercial use, stuff like that. But yeah, they have like some super cute fonts. That's where I get all of my fonts for like any of my designs or drawings that I do that need something like that. I then wrote out in my little sketchbook some idea for like cards that could go in the kit with like ideas that you could put in your journal. And I basically just went about typing that out with the corresponding color that I used for the sticker labels, the journal kit labels. I did end up inverting the colors, so I ended up doing the letters in white and the background in, pink or whatever corresponding color, just because, I don't know, just something about it, like looking like this, it didn't vibe the same way it did like when I changed the colors. I don't know what that was, but for whatever reason, I thought this way looked better. I honestly struggled with coming up with ideas for some of the kits, but then again, it's not like somebody actually has to follow the ideas that I have. I just went along and just like trying to think of ones that would be like cute for like specific kits, and I was also trying not to be like super repetitive with some of my ideas, and I think I did a pretty decent job with that. But like I said, I just went along and I filled out all of the little cards for each little kit. I'm actually I honestly might make myself a coffee journal because I have one, which y'all have seen before in one of my journaling videos, and that thing is almost filled up, honestly, and I need another one, so I might have to do that myself. But anyways, after doing all of that, I decided to go ahead and work on the sticker sheets and imported them into Procreate. Now this is kind of a little bit of the process of how I did it, and I will link the video below from the creator that really helped me when it came to formatting these sticker sheets. Now they did this thing where you could like do multiple layers of like the back of the sticker sheet, just so that way the Cricut would cut all the way through, because you need to use a thinner, like a cut that has less pressure, so obviously it doesn't cut all the way through the sticker sheet. I ended up changing my mind about doing this just because, and that would purely had to be with like, or that was purely because of the mat that I use. It's not 100% sticky, and it was causing like the sticker sheets to come up a little bit, and I had some issues with that, but it's totally fine. But anyways, I just imported the sticker sheet. What I do about like a 4x6 sticker sheet, and you can get to it on a page when you print them out. And then since I decided to do the backgrounds of my sticker sheets colored, obviously I have like a bigger like bleed line, and I basically just put this these sticker like import over top of that, and I have really had to work on like lining it up and making sure there was enough space so that in case there was any sort of mishap with the cutting, you wouldn't be able to see like the background color, which is, it came across better on like my iPad, but I was trying to make it look like aged, like an aged book or something along those lines. But yeah, anyways, after doing that, you need to make sure to attach both the background and the stickers together, and then you can just make a copy of that, and then you need to make sure to attach both of those together so that they print out on the exact same page and they don't do two separate pages, because that is something Cricut will do. But I went ahead and did that entire process again with all of the other sticker sheets. But like I said, I'll link the creator's video below. They explain it so much better than me. Plus anyways, this isn't really like much of a tutorial, honestly, because I'm not very great at explaining things, but this is just like bringing y'all along for the process of me making these little journal kits. But yeah, here's the coffee sticker sheet. I did the deco one, which y'all just saw, and then finally the bakery one, which I think, like I said, I think they all came out quite cute. I've like now have gotten like really into making sticker sheets, and now that's like all I want to do. It's a problem. But anyways, I went ahead and printed everything out, which included the little cards with the ideas, and then the labeling stickers, and then of course the sticker sheets. Got it all printed and cut. And when you do cuts for sticker sheets, I use the washi tape setting and also less pressure, just because I had trouble before with it cutting all the way through. I made a What's Jaden Creatin'. You can check out my TikTok of me making sticker sheets for the first time. I can't upload it here because it's a little bit longer, but I think I might at some point, like once I get enough of them, make a video of like What's Jaden Creatin's, like just all of them together in just like one long format video here on YouTube. But anyways, I went about cutting off the little cards. Also, I apologize for like how shaky the camera was. This like trimmer, it honestly, it's not as sharp as it used to be, so I was kind of like struggling, like trying to get it through all of like the and I printed this on cardstock, so it was a little bit of a thicker paper, and I was struggling a little bit, but I went ahead and cut all of the other cards off. And then since I couldn't get them cut perfectly, I just went ahead and just used a pair of scissors to trim off all of the little white bits, as well as some kind of almost like fuzzy ends that they had, if you will. I think that's just from like dragging the little trimmer along the thing. But anyways, here's the little bags that I used. I got these bags off of Amazon. They're 5x7. I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't fit because I bought 5x7 bags. I don't know why. I guess that size just didn't register in my head when it you know, like sometimes like you can imagine the size of something, and then like when you actually get it in person, it's like either bigger or smaller than what you thought it would be. And that was me with these little bags, but they ended up working out totally fine. Here I am totally struggling to peel the little sticker. I just couldn't, it didn't want to work for me, but I eventually got it. I just did the name of the kit and then also made little stickers that said what each kit included. and then I went about just doing all of them. I probably could have like filled all of the journals like or all of the bags at the same time, because you'll see it like I went about and I had a process of just putting the journals in and then other stuff. But it was because at the time of me like filming, I did have like certain things done and other things not done, so I just kind of had to like work around it. But here is like the journal, again, just goes in the little bag with the card. Thankfully they did end up fitting quite perfectly. Like I said, I'm really happy with how these little kits came out. I think they're super duper cute. I made these, again, I don't know 100% when this video is coming out, but I hope at the time I am filming this, I have a craft market that is coming up, and I hope that they will be quite popular. And if not, well, that kind of sucks for me because I was really excited about these. But then again, it's not everybody's like taste, so I can totally get that anyways. I typically make like a lot of plushies and stuff like this, and this was something a little bit different than like what I typically make, but like I said, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I could totally see myself doing, I know I'll definitely make more sticker sheets. Like I said, I've already gone like crazy like making a bunch of different ones. When it comes to journals, I could also see myself making more of them, maybe not to like sell unless I did them in like kits or something like this, but I could totally see myself like making some for me or like my family. However, I have like I have a problem when it comes to buying like journals and notebooks and stuff like that. I have like so many that are empty. Same goes with sketchbooks. It's like such a problem that I have, but I swear I'm like really trying to use them up now, and I think I'm doing a really good job. But anyways, here's the next stuff that will go into each little journal kit. So we have a pencil, just a plain black pen, and then a glue stick, and you'll see why in just a few minutes or however long this clip is of why the glue stick is needed. I also apologize for the fact that you can see my phone charger in frame. I totally didn't realize it was in frame, and I had to charge my phone or else it was going to die. But here's what the glue sticks are for. I made little scrap like kits of like different like scrap papers and stuff like that. I didn't film myself doing any of this because honestly it was like a bit of a mess. Like the paper was everywhere, and I was like trying to figure out like which would be cute with this one, and it was just a hot mess. But I went through my scrapbooking paper stash and cut off little bits of pieces of like cute stuff that I thought would match the aesthetic, if you will, of each journal, just because it's fun to like glue stuff into like your journals. I love doing pictures, as you all have seen, and cute colorful scrapbooking paper, and I just thought this would be great in the kit. After doing that, I had all of the sticker sheets. I ended up cutting them out, just because, like I said, I ended up changing my mind of doing the thing where the Cricut would like go around it several times just to cut it all the way out, because I realized that I can just cut it with scissors and it'll be fine. Because like I said, I was having the issue of like the sticker sheets like lifting up and then like getting like bent and stuff. But yeah, also if you're curious as to why these sticker sheets are kind of like curving up a little bit, it's just because when I pulled them off the mat, they just like curled, like just for whatever reason. But I laid them under some like heavy books and they flattened out like totally fine. It was just for whatever reason, like when I pulled them off, the sheets I guess just curled up from sticking on the mat. But anyways, I just went about trimming everything down, making sure to get any of the excess white off. And here are all of the finished sticker sheets. So we have Bookworm, there is the Coffee Lover one, we then have the little bakery beauties that are full of a bunch of cute sweet treats, and then the final page was the deco stickers, which like I said, I could totally see myself using these a lot just because they're like fun little like squirrels that would like go good with like any page in your journal. But anyways, I just paired together all of the sticker sheets with the little scrap paper bags and just went about putting them in the putting them along with the respective journal kits. So I just did the deco one, and then here is the little Bookworm one. As you can see, I totally struggled with trying to get it in the bag, but I ended up doing it. And we have the Coffee Lover bag, which is probably my favorite out of all of them. And it's also, it's also really because I absolutely love coffee, but I think it was super cute. And then the final one is the Bakery Beauties, or like the sweet treats, whatever you want to call it. But here is like a little overview again of everything that's in each bag. So glue stick for gluing in all of your little fun things, a pen for writing stuff out, as well as just a nice little pencil. We have your idea list. There's some, of course, these sticker sheets, the little bag of scrapbooking paper, and of course the journal, which has again about like 12 pages, 24 sheets, however you're supposed to like word that. But here are all of the finished journals. Like I said before, I'm so happy with how all of these came out. I think this was like such a fun idea. I'm so happy that I finally got around to doing it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have an absolutely amazing day.